Hey there, Michael Gannotti here for MTC Studios, coming you out of the Philadelphia MTC for Om Ten Zen. Hey, welcome. And today we're going to talk about in this segment around offline maps. Now, many people may not know that when you got Windows 10 installed on your computer, you got incredible mapping features. So I'm going to go here. Stephen, let's go to full screen. And I'm going to go on down into my start menu and scroll on down. Here's some of my programs that I use. And here is Maps. So when I click on the Maps view, you notice I get this great application. It says, let Windows Maps access your location and history. There we go. So we're going to click on that, open up the full screen, and now boom, wow, look at that, zooming right in. There's the Maps zooming in here on my PC. And in Maps, I can do things like look up routes. I can find directions to something. Maybe I want to look up something. So actually, that's pretty cool. She knows that I was recently at Trader Joe's. So let's go ahead and do a lookup of Trader Joe. And the Trader Joe's I was at, this is pretty cool. She knows remembers which one. This is down in Reston. And I had looked actually this up from when I was at the the Reston MTC and made a pit stop for some wine. So right from there now she's found that. I come over here. We've got a street side view of that particular piece that we could click on. I have the ability to add to favorites, to share information about this, to find out other places nearby, to pin it to my start, a view to this. I can also grab directions from my present location. She already knows that. Bam. Once we've got that, I can print those out. I can share those. I can go ahead and click go. It says be safe, always pay attention on the road. So now if I had a GPS on my particular device, she could follow that and give me turn by turn. But now you can see I have this great way of getting directions, of navigating, all via Windows. I also have the ability, once I'm here, I have it by driving, by mass transit. It'll show me different routes. Oh, look at that. Here we're going on, it's got train and bus routes, or it would give me walking. Now, typically you'll do this shorter. I do this all the time on my phone when I'm in a city and trying to find something. It's saying if I walked, Stephen, producer Stephen,
yes.
Are you up for a 63-hour and 40-minute walk?
Not today.
Not today. You're just bailing out on me. It's terrible. I thought we'd go for a nice brisk stroll down to Trader Joe's. So let's go ahead and get out of this view. We'll go back to our map, and you can see it's now highlighting. But the Maps view is great. The problem with Maps is this. Like most maps, when you go to Bing Maps online, and this is leveraging the Bing service, when you go to Google Maps or Yahoo or any of those maps, Stephen, how do you get to those mapping services if they're online?
Just use a search engine.
Yeah, you go and you're actually looking online. What happens if your connectivity drops?
I get very frustrated because then I'm lost.
He said he gets very frustrated because then he's lost. Because all of these services depend on connectivity. Now, we do know, and you can come back out of this for a bit, out of full screen. We do know on things like Windows Phone, we can download here locally to the Here Maps. We can download maps locally so that when connectivity is kind of hit or miss, I can still navigate seamlessly using GPS and downloaded maps. Well, guess what? We have the same option here within Maps on Windows 10 that you get by virtue of having the Windows 10 update. So a couple of ways to get to your maps. So let's take a look at them. First of all, I'm going to come down here. It's showing me. Down below that, we have settings, right? Here I have things like I can turn on. We have units, preferred directions, and look at download maps. So I can click here to download or update my maps. So I can get the maps that I would like to get. We also, just a couple of other settings quick before I show you some other way to download your maps. Search, remember what I searched for. I have that on. And you can always delete your history. Turn-by-turn navigation. Do I want that automatic or day or night? Privacy. Use location data. And then we have terms of service and stuff that you can go to. But here, if I click download or update maps, notice it takes me to my system settings. So that brings me to the next point. You can also grab a map for here, download them without even opening the maps. You can do that by coming here. And once we're in here, we can go ahead and go to all settings. And then from there, system, and notice what's here, offline maps. Takes us to the same place. So now from here I can go ahead and click download maps, and then I have the option North and Central America, USA, then choose a region, one or more, to grab and download. And it tells you the size, what that's going to take on your system. You also could come in, by the way, our last video we talked about Cortana. Well, Cortana is the be-all, end-all in showing me everything. So maybe I want to see how to take and download offline. Did I start yet? Offline maps. And so there we go. It has it right there. And I could do it that way, or we could come in and say, hey Cortana, download offline maps.
Here's how to download maps when you're offline.
And she's giving me directions right there. So again, walking me through the process. So many ways to get to that. But the point is this: if you want to have rich mapping features, not dependent on connectivity. Maybe you want to bring your PC when you're driving, maybe you want to track stuff, plan stuff when you're in an airplane, etc., as you're en route. All those are equally applicable, but when you know you're going to be disconnected, simply go in, download those maps either through the mapping feature, through Cortana, offline maps, right? Download maps for offline use. Boom. She's taking me straight to it here. Download the ones pertinent to you. Go ahead, grab that data, and that's it. And then once it's downloaded locally, you can go ahead and interact with the rich features of maps in Windows 10 to your heart's content. With that, this is Michael Gannotti for MTC Studios here out of the Philadelphia MTC. Bidding you have a great day. Take care, and as always, remember, maps. Take them offline. Have a great day. Take care, and as always, ciao.